Hello, guys. Welcome to Psychology of Freedom. And this time, we're going to talk about the ego. So, maganda yung topic natin kasi it's all about the ego. So, yung term na ego, madalas natin to naririnig, di ba? Or binabanggit. Tayo mismo, binabanggit natin to. Halimbawa, nasaktan yung ego niya or malaki yung ego niya. Ginagamit natin to as parang synonymous sa sense of self or sarili natin. Sometimes we also refer to it as self-importance or self-confidence. Pero yung mga definition na to, these are shallow definitions of what ego really means. Ang totoong definition ng ego in psychology is yung persona or yung mask na sinusuot natin sa harap ng ibang tao kasi yun ang accepted or tanggap ng halimbawa, friends, family, or society as a whole. So, ibig sabihin, yung ego, it's really a false sense of self. It's not who we really are. So, ang hirap i-digest, di ba? Anong false sense of self? Alam natin kung sino tayo, alam natin kung ano yung pagkakakilala natin sa sarili natin. So, anong false sense of self? So, let me give you examples on how this shows up. So, halimbawa, nung bata ka pa, yung parents mo ayaw ng malikot na bata. Kasi pag malikot, either napapalo or nasisigawan. So, for you to survive, para hindi ka paluin or sigawan, you learn to develop a mask. A mask of being the behaved kid. In other words, an obedient ego. Pero it's not coming from your truth. It's coming from your fear of not being punished. Another example is, halimbawa, yung parents mo, pinaramdam sa'yo na proud lang sila sa'yo kapag meron kang na-achieve. Pero pag wala, frustrated sila sa'yo and not so proud. So you learn to create an achiever ego. So another one is, halimbawa yung parents mo, sobrang strict, hindi ka pinapayagang gawin kahit anong gusto mo. You then created a rebellious ego. So whether you created an ego na sobrang masunurin or ego na sobrang rebellious, it doesn't matter. They're all ego. It's still a false sense of self na na-create natin out of fear. Fear na paluin tayo, fear na i-shame tayo, i-guilt tayo, or fear na hindi tayo mahalin na talaga ng parents natin or ng ibang tao around us. It's not coming from a place of authenticity. It's created to protect us from pain. Yan yung purpose ng ego. Survival mechanism natin siya. So, paano nga ba na-create itong ego? We always need to go back to our childhood. 'Di ba? Nung mga bata pa tayo, hindi na honor yung essence natin. Meaning, hindi accepted yung authentic self natin. Kaya, it forced us to adapt, contort, or change who we are into a version na magugustuhan or mamahalin ng parents natin or ng environment natin. So, katulad dun sa una kong example, di ba? Maaring yung essence pala talaga ng bata is being playful, malikot, and being creative. Pero since hindi yun accepted sa environment niya, sinuppress niya yun. That's what we do, di ba? Sinusuppress natin kung sino talaga tayo para makuha natin yung love and acceptance na kailangan natin, especially ng mga bata pa tayo. And nagagawa natin itong lahat unconsciously. Ibig sabihin, hindi tayo aware. How can we be aware? Mga bata pa tayo nung na-create yung ego or defense mechanism na to. So, how can we make sense of it kung hindi pa tayo capable of thinking deeply? Hindi pa tayo capable sa complex thoughts or logical thoughts. Pero yan naman yung kagandahan sa brain natin, di ba? Kahit hindi tayo aware, na-detect ng brain natin na yung environment natin is not really safe for us. And we need to survive. Kaya na-create ng psyche natin itong ego o yung false persona natin. So yun nga, from a young age, we learn to disconnect, we learn to detach, from who we truly are, and nagpe-persist yon until adulthood. Kasi syempre, ng mga bata pa tayo, hindi naman natin mapipili kung sino yung parents natin, anong environment meron tayo. So, yung ego natin, it continues to exist to protect us until tumanda tayo. And pag tumanda tayo, nagre-rigidify na yung ego. In other words, hindi na nagiging flexible yung personality natin, nasa stuck na tayo sa ego natin. Tapos yung authentic self natin or yung essence natin, sobrang na siyang natabunan ng ego natin deep within our psyche. Masyado na siyang malayo sa awareness natin. Kaya, akala natin, yung ego natin, yun na talaga tayo. We believe na who we are is our ego. We don't realize na it's just a mask. It's just a persona that we wear para matanggap tayo ng ibang tao or para maprotektahan tayo sa pain. 'Di ba? This is also the reason why in adulthood, marami sa atin nakaka-experience ng depression, anxiety, midlife crisis, quarter life crisis. Kasi yung ego natin during that time is not working anymore. Sabi nga ni Dr. Shefali, yung ego natin para siyang eggshell na mga sisiw. Or, nung baby pa yung chick, di ba, meron siyang eggshell. And it served as a protective covering. 'Di ba? Pero syempre, after some time, yung eggshell na yon, yung egg na yon, kailangan niyang mag-hatch, kailangan niyang mag-crack para matanggal yung eggshell. Or else, mai-inhibit yung growth ng chick. Or pwede rin mamatay yung chick sa loob. So, same thing with our ego. At some point, we have to shed our false self, yung defenses natin and fears natin. Kasi mai-inhibit yung growth and potential natin. So, yung mga neurosis, anxiety, depression, and crisis na nai-experience natin in adulthood, it's a call for us to go back home kung sino talaga tayo without the fear of being rejected, the fear of being shamed, the fear of not being accepted, or the fear of not being good enough. It's a call for us to shed yung falsity ng ego natin and i-heal yung mga wounds natin from childhood. When we become adult kasi, importante na to reconnect with ourselves. Kasi, yung ego natin, it's becoming a liability na. Nililimit na tayo ng ego natin and ng fears natin. And yes, yung ego natin, it served a purpose when we were younger. It kept us surviving. Pero in adulthood, yung ego natin, it will disadvantage us na. It will cripple us. And again, ito yung kagandahan ng brain natin. Sabi ko nga, di ba? Our brain is always working for us, for either our survival or para mag-thrive tayo. So kung iisipin mo, di ba? It wasn't until we encounter so much pain, depression, or crisis na we begin to ask who we really are. We begin to rethink our lives. Yun lang yung time na nagagawa natin to kasi all our lives, 'di ba? Kala natin, kilala natin yung sarili natin. Kala natin, we own our lives. Pero hindi. We are not living according to our own desires, our own authenticity, our own purpose. But instead, we are living according to other people's idea of a good life, other people's idea of success, culture's idea, 'di ba? Of success and achievement. So in short, very externally defined yung buhay natin. It is oriented outward. We never try to examine if sa atin ba talaga yung mga ideas na yon or nanggaling lang siya sa limited ideas ng ibang tao. And tinanggap lang natin passively without ever questioning if it works for us. So yan, alam na natin kung ano yung ego, 'di ba? Bakit ba't nade-develop ng ego and paano naki-create yung ego. So, Yung final question is, paano ba tayo marireconnect doon sa authentic self natin? Paano natin maa-access ulit yung essence natin? Ito yung sinasabi, di ba, in spiritual terms, na process of awakening or enlightenment, na kapag naging aware ka na yung buhay mo is not really defined by you, it's mostly defined by your external world, and you do these things out of fear, dyan na nagsa-start yung consciousness. Dyan na nagsa-start yung process of or journey of discovering who we really are. So number one is awareness. You can't get in touch with who you really are if you're sleepwalking, di ba? Slave to everything external. So unless magkaroon tayo ng awareness na everything in our lives is all about fear, and uh, we are really living false lives, we won't even look for ourselves. Tatanggapin lang natin kung ano yung status quo. And also, if na-miss mo yung lesson nung na-depress ka once or nagkaroon ng crisis sa buhay mo, don't worry kasi it will repeat ay yung mga ganitong crisis sa buhay natin until we learn the lesson. So being aware of how we are conditioned by our external world is the first step. So, pag naging aware na tayo, yung second step is to heal our wounds. Yung ego kasi natin, it's only ever developed because of our wounds nung bata pa tayo, because we are not seen for who we are. And ni-raise tayo with the lens na hindi nakikita yung essence natin. So, to heal ourselves, we have to undo all the conditioning sa mind natin. And yung pinaka prominent conditioning sa mind natin is yung conditioning na we are not good enough. Most of us, ito yung operating system. Dahil nga sa unconscious parenting na na-receive natin. Parang ganito yan I will only love you if you achieve something. Or mahal lang kita anak pagka ginawa mo yung gusto ko. Or magiging proud lang ako sa'yo kung may honor ka, may achievement ka. That's why na-imprint sa mind natin na who we are is not good enough. And in turn, na-develop yung fear. So if you want to know more about healing yourself, pwede nyo panoorin yung video ko entitled The Role of Fear in Parenting, or Why Parents Are Afraid. It seems like it's for parents, but really it's for everyone. Kasi lahat tayo, we have childhood wounds because of the unconsciousness around us. And yung third and last step is, instead of tuning outward, you tune in to yourself. Sabi ko nga kanina, everything about our lives is oriented outward. Paano natin mapiplease yung ibang tao, paano gaganda yung tingin sa atin ng ibang tao, anong sabi ng culture, anong sabi ng ibang tao. No wonder why, hindi natin kilala yung sarili natin. So, all of that, all of yung eyes natin na naka-turn outward, all of that should turn inward. You have to start listening to yourself. And itong third step na to, it takes practice. Kasi 'di ba buong buhay natin, sanay tayo na ang nurture natin is yung outside world, hindi yung inner world natin. So, I'll give you a technique that you can do every time you make a decision. So, pwede mo tanongin yung sarili mo if this is truly coming from me, coming from my authentic self, or am I just coming from fear? Am I doing this kasi ito yung totoo sa akin, authentic sa akin, or ginagawa ko to para sa ibang tao? Yon, yung simple questions na yon, para malaman mo kung ano talaga yung authentic voice mo in all of that. So ayun lang, that's the summary of the ego. And we're gonna talk more about this in the future. Kasi nga, ano pa to marami pa tong layers and marami pang point of discussions sa topic na to. So ayun lang, thank you for listening and watching, and I hope may napulot kayo, and see you sa next video.